We arrived to the Ninh Binh train station around 11:30 a.m. Our train was leaving at 12:42. We definitely could have arrived maybe 10 or 20 minutes before. There's no need to arrive early. It was so dead. The Ninh Binh train station has two Western toilet stalls for women. It's also got a male toilet. I found in general all of the train stations have toilet facilities, which is incredible. None of them, in my experience, had toilet paper, but it's best to bring your own when you're traveling through Asia anyways. The train arrived around 12:45 p.m. We were due to leave at 12:42, so maybe this time is when the train arrives and not when it leaves. The train corridor is very small. All of the cabins are marked with your seat numbers accordingly, but it's very small. It's definitely a situation where you want to carry on a backpack if you can avoid any sort of rolling luggage. We ended up booking all four seats in the four-berth bunk room so that you get a private room. This is the only way that you can get a private room. The rooms are comfortable for two or one person, but it is very tight. There's a PowerPoint just below. There's a table. You have a beautiful window. There's aircon. There's a lot of different lights, including reading lights. But yes, this room would be very squishy for four people. There's so much beautiful scenery to take in from the train. Highly recommend this option if you've got the time because it is much longer than flying. There was a limited food cart that came around periodically. I recommend bringing your own snacks and drinks because the beers we bought were warm. There's free cold and hot water stations in every cart. Bring those instant noodles. Every train car has this handy little booklet with some information about the history of the train service, and there's also a menu of hot food items that you can order through a QR code. Every car has its own unique QR code. You don't pay through that code. You need to pay cash when they deliver the food. We ordered through this QR code one time and never got our food, so at your own risk. I walked around the corridors of the train quite a lot. It was around 15 hours from Ninh Binh down to Hoi An. It felt very local. There were a lot of families, local Vietnamese families on the train. They did have a Western style toilet, and in my experience, it was very clean with soap and toilet paper. We arrived about 10 or 20 minutes late to the Da Nang train station around 4:40 a.m. There were lots of shops still open and even a little instant coffee machine available. Like all the train stations we visited, it's pretty small. Always a mini mart inside. This particular one doesn't accept cards, but there's a public toilet and lots of different facilities for tourists. We got a much nicer train on the way from Da Nang down to Ho Chi Minh City. It was completely redone. The bunk rooms felt a lot more spacious. They even had USB inputs for every bunk bed, and everything just felt a lot more updated, including the bathrooms. But you get what you get. Everything in the second train was a lot more modern and updated. The walkway was still very narrow. The price is the same regardless, and you don't get to choose what type of train you get. They were both fine though. Both trains had PowerPoints underneath the table. The newer train provided us with paper cups, which the first train didn't have. We even got a little orchid in the new train room, and it had USB inputs as well. In summary, I think taking the train is an amazing way to see the scenery in Vietnam. I highly recommend booking direct through the Vietnam Railway website. That's vinrailway.com. You can book through other sites that charge a commission, but this one was super easy to use. I don't read or write Vietnamese, and I had no issues.